Without any further ado, let's start this show. I think Larry started doing his birthday celebrations here about at least 10 years ago anyway. And this year he's up to his 84th birthday, and we're so happy to have him. Always great to listen to his wonderful music. So please give a warm virtual welcome, accompanied by Kai Lyons on guitar and Doug Miller on bass. It's the birthday boy, Larry Vuckovich. Enjoy.
afternoon, everybody in America, also in Europe and other places. Thank you very much for joining us. It's really great to be playing with such swinging cats, and I'll tell you about them in a minute. What a pleasure. I can easily say the groove is happening. These cats are creating a groove. The first selection was a combination classic of Cole Porter and Tad Dameron. First, what is this thing called? Love? And then Tad Dameron wrote on the harmonic changes an original melody, Hot House. And perhaps the greatest version you can hear is a clip from a TV show in the 50s. Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie, Bird and Diz, Hot House. You can look it up on YouTube. Great stuff. I'm happy to say we have a variety of selections today, traveling through the world of jazz. It's all American. However, the foreign pieces, we are bringing American jazz into them. Next selection is a Hoagie Carmichael slow bluesy classic, Lazy Bones, and I'll tell you something about it afterwards. Thank you. One little request, our wonderful video gentleman, Noah, and sound man. I'm just going to ask Noah, just bring me a little more piano into the monitor. Thank you. About Doug Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Not many jazz players bow, only few. In New York, you had in the old days Slam Stewart and then later Major Holly. And I had the pleasure of playing with Michael Moore. He played like a cello, beautiful intonation. Doug Miller is just like that, like beautiful intonation. Now, let's have a little quick introduction. This cat was studying with John Clayton around 78. He was 20 years old, and John Clayton was playing with the great Basie Orchestra, count on piano, Freddie Green. He had to take a week off to record. And who does he send to sub? Doug Miller, 20-year-old. He was that confident. He played a whole week with Basie. Basie complimented him after. He said, "Young man, you did an excellent job. I wouldn't tell you if it wasn't true." How about a nice hand for Doug Miller? There we go. And another young cat, 25-year-old Kai Lyons, is an old soul, one of the best cats to ever come out of the Bay Area. Versatile, speaks fluent Spanish, plays Cuban rhythm, bebop, everything. Kai Lyons. I'm Larry Vuckovich, and thank you for joining us. And thank you for being here for my 84th birthday, which is actually on Tuesday, December the 8th. And I might as well mention another lady celebrating the same birthday, December 8th, is a wonderful lady from Germany, Heidi, who is a producer of recordings, jazz writer. And I'll tell her in German, Liebe Heidi, fröhliche Geburtstag. Dankeschön. 80 Geburtstag. Okie doke. Next, tribute to Oscar Peterson. He, Ray Brown, and Herb Ellis did a recording of Tenderly, where Oscar plays a rubato first, a rhapsodic style, then they go into a groove. I'll tell you more about the tune in a few minutes. Tenderly. many people do not know who wrote this tune. His name was Walter Gross. Concert pianist with a jazz feel, trained, phenomenal piano player. The tune was introduced around 46 by Sarah Vaughan, but on the map, MGM film Torch Song 53, Joan Crawford plays a song and dance girl, comes back from retirement, and her pianist in the film is Michael Wilding, the actor who plays the blind pianist. However, the music on the piano is Walter Gross. Beautiful, check it out. Great playing. And so much great music. Next, we're going to go to an exotic tune from Cuba, but I'd like to thank you for watching and to mention this is a very strange situation in the world. We're all doing the best we can. We are happy to be here, and we need to thank Jim Callahan for Piedmont Piano for doing so many concerts, especially now in this difficult time, providing a phenomenal 9-foot Yamaha and great sound person, Noah Hendricks, Kai Lyons, Doug Miller. We're here, and this is the only ball game in town. Anything you can donate, we appreciate. This is part of it, small, big, whatever, but main thing is you're here, spread the word, and you can see on the YouTube page the donation link. If anybody would like to be on my email list, send me an email, because many things are happening. Next, Ernesto Lecuona, one of the great Cuban composers. He wrote Malagueña. He wrote Siboney, Siempre en mi corazón, always in my heart. Great melodies. He wrote this tune, Taboo, which has a mysterious, exotic feel. And I hope you enjoy Taboo. How about Kai Lyons? Senor Kai. We were trying to play this so that you could smell the herbs on a dark night around a fire, special herbs that were brewing with Taboo. And hopefully you felt a fire and a beautiful evening, special exotic atmosphere. Ernesto Lecuona. Next, you can say slightly exotic jazz because Billy Strayhorn was a genius young composer, teenager. He wrote Lush Life when he was 17 for a high school play. And the lyrics are something. Also, I'm going to do a medley, Flowers, a Lovesome Thing, and then Chelsea Bridge. And speaking of Flower, Jackie Ryan and I recorded it. Also, wonderful Bay Area, rounded person, drama teacher, dancer, vocalist, Kay Kostopoulos, Black Olive Jazz. Go to YouTube and look for Flowers, a Lovesome Thing, a video she and I did. So here is a Flower and then Chelsea Bridge. I was fortunate in the Bay Area in the 50s when I came to study with two great pianists, Richard Lyons, who went to New York and played with so many great people, and Vince Guaraldi. And Vince had a broad outlook, who could play salsa, Brazilian, he could play blues, and he loved bebop, or loved Billy Strayhorn. And he recorded first two albums with a trio, Eddie Duran, Dean Riley, Flower is a Love Something, and Chelsea Bridge. So now we go to Dizzy Gillespie, and Vince told me when he was with Cal Tjader in Birdland, they alternated with Dizzy's big band, and Dizzy loved jam sessions. When I traveled with John Hendricks, we would go to a club Dizzy was playing. He said, guys, come on up. Totally different than today. Today, younger musicians hardly ever invite anybody. I guess maybe it's a different time, whatever. So Vince used to play with Dizzy, and Dizzy's classic bebop tune from the big band, Ow, from the late 40s, Ow. And we're going to feature Doug Miller later on some bass breaks. This is Ow. I have a CD called The High Wall featuring two great rhythm sections, Eddie Marshall and Larry Grenadier, another one, Paul Keller and Chuck McPherson. And High Wall is a film noir I recorded. That's a Bronislav Caper gem. If you go to YouTube, put Larry Vuckovich High Wall, the title track, Bronislav Caper. Also on the CD we recorded Ow. So next we go to Nat King Cole Trio, and who started this combination. Today we are doing this combination but in a more modern repertoire, different places in the world, bebop and so on. But we like to do Sweet Lorraine because from what I understand, that's a first song that he sang. A drunk was at a bar. He said, "Man, sing a song." He said, "I never sing. I don't know how to sing." He wouldn't let him alone. So Nat King Cole started singing, and the rest is history. Sweet Lorraine. Mackay, such beautiful bebop, fire insertion, man. Straight ahead, baby. Yep, Sweet Lorraine, Nat King Cole classic. Well, next selection comes from a Concord recording. Tres Palabras with Tom Harold, Pete Escovedo, Larry Grenadier, Eddie Marshall, and a great Brazilian percussionist, Elcio Milito. It's based on Balkan, Serbian, Bosnian, Montenegrin, Bulgarian, Middle Eastern klezmer. It's got those minor scales. It's called Serbo-Afro. Always there are African rhythms. Always the rhythms come from there. Serbo-Afro. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Little ethnic flavor. Gypsy Roma, I forgot to mention them. Everything comes from Gypsy Roma people. Great music from that part. This time, Lyons is picking up their acoustic guitar because we are playing a South American piece written by a gentleman from Chile. His name is Ricardo Roberto Toro Lavin. Ricardo Roberto Toro Lavin. The composition name he used, the name was Buddy Richard. It has nothing to do. That's what he used in business. The tune is La Mentira. It means a lie, and when you have a romance or love, there's always elements of everything. It's complicated. You have truth, you have lies, but the melody is so beautiful. Check out this beautiful melody, and I'll tell you later which recording to listen to. La Mentira. very lyrical, beautiful melody. A lot of melodies come from different parts, like Historia de un Amor is from a Panamanian composer, and it all winds up in Mexico. Mexico was a big center for recording, and you had great bolero singers. Lucho Gatica, Javier Solis. Today you have Luis Miguel. Beautiful, very lyrical stuff. So you had a chance to hear Kai play La Mentira. And go to YouTube and check a black Mexican, great guitarist like Django, and he sings this so beautifully, Alvaro Carrillo. Now, continuing south of the border and swing, when Vince Guaraldi was in the army in Japan, he dedicated a tune to the downtown of Tokyo called the Ginza Swinging District. This is called Ginza Samba. that was a totally spontaneous ending. And what's happening, this cat sounds so good, we're going to take it on the road. And we'll wear masks. We want to lift people's spirits. They can wear a mask wherever we play. Ginza Samba. Right now, we are going a little bit over time. Well, two more selections. Kai will play the beautiful acoustic guitar, and Brazilian music came to prominence in the 60s when the bossa nova took over. I was so fortunate to be here through the 50s and 60s and went on a road later 60s with Jon Hendricks, but the bossa nova came to the Trident. Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66. It was a big sweep. And I'm fortunate Jon Hendricks immediately took on it, and from him I learned a lot of great tunes. We recorded Eduardo Lobo piece, Reza. But the first time Brazil came to America, Carmen Miranda, late 30s, 1940s. She brought authentic musicians, great samba feel, and a master guitarist with her was Garotto, virtuoso guitarist. After hours, he would play in New York, and who would listen to him? Art Tatum and Duke Ellington. They just was in awe. When you hear these beautiful harmonies that Garotto wrote, Kai will play, you'll know what I mean. This is one of the guitar pieces by Garotto, Kai Lyons. Bravo, Senor Kai. Beautiful interpretation, and thank you, Carmen Miranda, for bringing Garotto to America. And Laurindo Almeida and Garotto played duets in Brazil before. Laurindo came to America about 46, 47 with Stan Kenton's band, and then with Bud Shank he recorded some Brazilian music. This is all way before Bossa Nova, paving the way. And great music from Brazil, still happening. So now we are going to close with a tune that I dedicated to Vince Guaraldi. Vince loved the blues. He was known as Dr. Funk. And I was his only student, and I was honored when he hired me in about 73 or so to play at the Great American Music Hall Wednesday nights for a few months. 2 pianos. He called the group Powder Keg. It was really hot. And who was the guest trumpeter? Tom Harrell. It was great. And you want to know about Vince? Buy the book by Derek Bank, Vince Guaraldi at the piano. He mentions all of this stuff. And good night. Thank you for joining us. Anything you can donate, thank you very much. If not, tell your friends. Appreciate the music. Thank you. And send me an email if you like to be on my email list. Next Saturday, I'm playing from home, my usual Saturday series, and I'm going to do autumn jazz, autumn romance and swing. So many beautiful autumn tunes. Good night, and here is Vince's Boogaloo Blues. When I first started playing with the great cats, I learned the language. Jon Hendricks used to say, man, when somebody played really, he's a terrible cat, man. And in Spanish, Los Gatos Terribles. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Jim Callahan. Thank you, Noah Hendricks. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Another great show, wonderful music. Larry Vuckovich, and once again today, or this week, is Larry's 84th birthday. So happy birthday. Now the links are still up. If you would like to still leave a tip, a generous tip, a donation, we really, if you haven't already, please give generously. The musicians that you saw on stage tonight receive 100% of what you put in. So please give generously to them. Now, we will be back. That's all for today, but we'll be back on Thursday with Edward Simon and Jeff Denson. We're really looking forward to that wonderful piano and bass duo show, and we'll see you then. And in order to hear about all of our upcoming shows, please go to our website, piedmontpiano.com, and join our email list. You can also like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and please subscribe to us on YouTube, to our YouTube channel. So we'll see you next time. My name is Jim Callahan, owner of Piedmont Piano Company, and my co-producer of the showroom sessions is Jordan Perlman, and our on-site engineer, the very talented Noah Hendricks. So long until next time.